Well, g'day guys, Big Red up in the shed again this evening. It's a little bit chilly actually at the moment, but that's okay. Hey, today's project is pretty exciting. I've been waiting for some time to do this. What we're doing today is I am changing my standard fins on the Mirage drive for the Hobie to the turbo fins, which are like these. I've actually got a setup here of a mate of mine, Justin Gibson. So, like this. And what that does, you know, on the Hobies is really gives you a lot more speed. I've had days on Broom Pocket Dam. I remember one day it was quite windy, quite squally, and I had my standard fins. I had my little water snake here, which is quite neat. I had this on, I think it's a 18 pound thrust. So I had my standard fins and I had this going on speed number 2. And a good mate of mine, Justin Gibson, who had these turbo fins on his Hobie, came straight past me at a rate of knots. And when I compare the fins, you'll see why. So today, that's what we're going to do. We're going to swap out the standard fins for these turbo fins. Now, a bit embarrassing. I actually filmed the first part of this video on the GoPro, on my phone, I can't remember, and somehow deleted it. So the first step for me was, number one is removing these fins from the old Mirage drive. And this is a V2 Mirage drive. So being a mechanic by trade, next mechanic, the first thing that I did, I actually removed the fins to start with. And it's quite simple to start with. There's just, you might be able to see it, there's a little pin there, little split pin, and that holds to this part. And I've just put these back on to show you. So once you take those pins out, it's quite easy. These things just slip off like that. 1, 2. What I did then though, because this looks like a fairly old unit to me. So I got some WD-40 and basically put this dead level, and I squirted some WD-40 around this section here. WD-40 and basically sat it so the WD-40 just penetrated, and I left it like that for about 3 days. And that, again, because it's old, you just don't know how much corrosion there is. So I left it on for 3 days, and then, like I say, because the video didn't work, I clamped this section in my vise over there, so just this section, and I was able to get these out. Now, just a tip, obviously, if you're doing this, like you'll see these flat sections up here, and you think, oh, I'll just put some shifters up there, and I'll just get these off. However, because these are Loctited on, what you want to do, you don't want a slow, long twist. You actually, to break that Loctite, you actually want a short and sharp hit. So although you will get a lot of torque from here because of the twist, what I did, I just got vice grips and I put these down as low as I could go with one sharp, real hard sharp twist, and they came loose. I've got another old set here that I tried this on, and this brass nut started actually turning into plastic. That's why I wanted to get this right first go. So vice grips on, and just instead of a slow twist up here, it was a very sharp whack like that, and it broke that Loctite seal really quickly. So that was awesome. So once that Loctite seal's broken, these bad boys just spin out like that. So that was the most important part to me, is making sure that these came out and weren't, having these turns. So once you got those out and your fins off, that's what you're left with, just like that. And I recommend you just blow that out. Give it if you've got an air compressor, give it a squirt out. You don't want to start screwing the other ones in and find you've got some gunk stuck in there. So let's have a look at these turbo fins, shall we? And you'll see why I believe they're just so much better. Here, got instructions. If we don't know how to do this, we're in trouble, aren't we? So here we have the new turbo fins, and let's compare to the old ones. And you can see here, you can immediately see how much more surface area you've got there, and these also are stiffer as well, and not only that, they're a different shape. Again, look at that surface area, totally different shape. So this, I've been looking forward to this for so long. So we've got a bit of Loctite here, so I think this job is going to be fairly easy once I find the blade, zip, rip wood chip. Now what you want to do when you do things like that, check that they are the same length. They are the same length. And another good idea from my previous life is just to test fit. Make sure the threads are the same. Yes, that's screwing in there. Abracadabra. That's awesome. And let's check this one as well. So that feels good to me. And see, when you're tightening them up, on the other hand, you could use, again, because you're going to get a lot of torque from this. If you know anything about torsion bars on cars, you'll understand that. So you will get some good purchase on that. So I actually think we're going to do these up this end. All right. Sorry, I don't have the video editing skills yet to sort of chop and change. So let's snip that off there. Snippity snip snip. Right, let's do this, eh? So we'll just put a smidge of Loctite on. Lock the thread. And let's wind her in, eh? Number one. And I probably won't go fishing again till the weekend, so that Loctite will have plenty of time to dry. That's one. I need a vise here really too. And two. Let's pop it in there. Wind. Wind. Now, again, when I was taking these off, I had it in a vise, but that's fine here. Fine. And it's actually good. It's if you did mess this up a bit, because there's a little clip on the fins, you're not going to lose your fins. Another bit of advice, never use shifting spanners. We had a word for shifting spanners back in the trade, and they were called a nut and something that rhymes with trucker. Alright, so we've got those on. You can see that Loctite's come out there, so the threads are on. And now the next part seems pretty simple to me. So these have just got a little clip there. So take that off. Five minutes later. Slide him on. Oh, look at that. Now that just slides in there like so. Then we'll just put our clip back in. Boom. Boom. Oh, I lost it. There she is. Pop that in there. And we'll just whack that split pin back in there. Once it's in there properly again. Bit of a mongrel this job. Like I say, these clips are good because if you did do something wrong and you didn't tighten those masks very well, you'd save your fins because they're held in place by these little pins. And we'll just whack this bad boy back in here. You need fingernails for this. You do need fingernails. Fingernail. Oh, anyway, I'll get that later. But anyway, that's the basic premise. It's really quite easy. Once I get those split rings in, we'll have two of these amazing turbo fins. So if you have got the old Mirage drive, don't be scared to give it a go. It's quite easy, and I cannot wait to get those out on the water. So thanks guys for watching. I hope that's helped somebody out there who's thinking about, should I do it, is it easy? Look, again, the best tips for me are making sure you just put some WD-40 or something on these little joints and just leave it for a day or so it really soaks in and gets rid of any corrosion. When you're getting these off, remember, just go down low and give them a good crack so you don't actually spin that brass in the plastic. And yes, I'm pretty pumped. So hopefully guys, I'll see you somewhere out on a dam on the southeast and maybe paddle past with my brand new turbo fins. Have a good night guys. Take care.